This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shaw.
We have arrived in Sector 112 and request targeting data.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship Normal Prize for another episode of Homeworld Is It Possible? Today's episode, we are going to see if it's possible to defeat two AIs on a team using only scouts. Now, compared to the last episode, which we did the same which we did with the defenders, scouts build slower than defenders, and they're also a lot cheaper. So we're probably going to have a lot of numbers with them, which will be a good thing, but they are going to take a little while to build. So that is going to be
construction commencing.
Probably our small weakness with this, but I'm going ahead and queue everything that we normally do. Get our harvester going. The enemy already sent a probe out to us. That's fine. But yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised that the defenders strategy actually worked. So if you guys want to check that out, that'll be in the playlist of this video, so you can check out the spamming defenders to see if it works. And yeah, you guys can check that out. I think I said that like 3 times. But scouts still do build relatively quickly. I think they're like the 3rd fastest building ship in the game. The fastest are probe and proximity sensors, and then it's defender, and then it's scout. So they do still build really fast, but they are extremely cheap. So that is going to be the big advantage that we have. Let's go ahead and get 8 of these. We'll have them guard the resource controller. But comparing from our previous episode, the scouts do 12 damage compared to 5 for the defender. So they do have a lot more firepower. They're also a whole lot faster. They go 1,000 meters per second, or 1 kilometer per second, compared to 385 on the defender. Coverage is about the same, which it makes sense. They're fixed, and they also have very high maneuverability, but a whole lot less armor, because the defender is designed more as a defensive turret, whereas scout is more designed for dogfighting. The funny thing about the scout, originally the scout was never designed to have weapons. It was actually designed to be the non-combat negotiation ship. But when back before the militia was being developed on the Higara, or not Higara, sorry, on Karak, I was going to say the Kushan. The scout, or the group of people that got together, the council or the KIF got together, and they were kind of worried about adventuring into the unknown without some sort of combat ship. So they decided to redesign the scout and make it more of a combat role instead of a purely negotiation role. So eventually the negotiation ship became, I believe it's the heavy corvette that's been modified without its turrets, and has like an entire, I don't know what you actually call it, negotiation table built inside, where all the people that they negotiate with can get together and do their diplomatic discussions, which is pretty cool. I actually liked a little bit of that history, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Alright, you guys protect the harvester. We'll do the same thing with the other 2 harvesters, and then we'll start building up our defenses, and hopefully we can get enough scouts to defend the mothership before the big invasions happen. We have finally ran out of money. We actually almost got our first carrier made. Like I said, the scouts are very cheap and they build pretty quickly, so getting our carriers and everything built up will not be that big of a problem. That shouldn't really be, should be done rather quickly. So our weaknesses for this matchup is, obviously we have very little health. We do very little damage compared to the rest of the ships. We do more damage than the defender, and we have less armor. So fighters probably won't have a problem, especially once we get a large number of units. But any type of anti-fighter ship, like missile destroyer or multi-gun corvettes, are going to be our big weakness for these ships. Because they don't have a whole lot of health, so they're going to die really easily. So we have to make sure we have a large number of units in order to defeat those. But we already got our first carrier built. Holy crap. Yeah, this is going fast. We also have our second harvester defended, which we will put you there. We'll go to our carrier and start building our scouts. There we go. And some of you guys were wondering, like if I could do like a Corvette playthrough of this or a frigate playthrough. I am planning to do this for every single ship, every single combat ship that we can build. So, but first I'm just gonna go down the line. So next week's episode we'll do Interceptor, then Cloak Fighter, and the Attack Bomber, and then start working on Corvettes. And obviously we're not gonna build an army of resource collectors and everything. They don't do damage. And then we'll work on the frigates. I don't know if we're gonna do support frigates. I might try that, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna fail because support frigates don't really do a whole lot of damage. It's possible we might win, so we might do that for laughs. But assault, drone, ion, and then the super capital ships. Yeah, and then we might do carriers. Yeah, we'll just do every single ship. Every single ship except a non-combat and resource class. Screw it. Alrighty. Let me grab 10 of these. I believe that's our last one. We have our entire resource operation defended now. So now we can start actually building up our defenses. Now again, the enemy shouldn't really attack us till like 30 something minutes in, so we have plenty of time to build up a fleet. I would like to get probably around 300, I would say. If we get around 300, that should be enough to protect us for a while. Because defenders, about 150 defenders started doing enough damage to win the fight, but they were still taking losses. About 200 to 225, there was just so many defenders that they were able to wipe out the fleet, no matter how large they were. So for scouts, I'm assuming that would probably be 200 for them, and maybe around 300 where it gets to the point where it's just so many ships that it doesn't really matter what we fight. Because they're going to take a lot of losses because they don't have a whole lot of health. Excuse me? I think one of my fighters just ran into my harvester. Or an asteroid. That's fine, that's fine. I was just a little confused from that explosion. I was taking a sip of my tea and I looked over, I'm like, what just died? Anyways, we have a little bit until our next carrier is built, so yeah. Let's go ahead, go back to base. Let's see how many fighters we have so far. We got 19. Not bad. Let's go ahead and put him in a wall formation. Let's see how much damage 19 scouts can do against a probe. Now, this probe shouldn't last as long as it did against the defenders, since the scouts do a little bit more damage. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, they do a lot more damage. Okay. Good to know. They kill them a lot faster than the defenders. So yeah, I wish the defenders did a little bit more damage than they do. Like, I understand that they don't do a whole lot of damage because they have very precise precision with their weapons, so they can generally always hit their target, but I wish they did like 7 or 8 damage. That's a very flamey probe. Kill the probe! There we go. Bring you guys back to base.
Carrier complete.
Our second carrier is built. I was just about to check that. So let's wait until it comes out. Hello, carrier. I know, I forgot. You can't move until you get done with the, There we go. So I want you to be right there. And then now let's start
Construction commencing.
constructing scouts from our second carrier. I also realized that, yeah, building 100 scouts only costs 3,500 RUs.
Building and mothership.
We're gonna have so many freaking scouts. It's gonna be awesome and hilarious. It's gonna be hilariously awesome. Looks like attacking those probes might have ticked off the computer a little bit earlier than normal. Okay, I'll have to remember that next time. But we should still do pretty good. We have
Mothership.
75 scouts already. Still building pretty darn quickly. Let's get them all together.
Group 1 designated.
Group them up. I still want to get a lot more to actually feel comfortable, but 75 is a pretty good number to start out. But killing those probes, I think, actually kind of triggered the AI a little bit earlier than expected. Because normally they get triggered because our harvesters come up here and start harvesting, so I'll remember that for next time. Don't attack the probes. Probes mean bad business. It's bad juju. But our third carrier is almost built. I actually got a queue more up in the mothership. Because we're building these
Building
quite
from
quickly.
carrier. Building from carrier.
Like I was saying that the build speed might be a problem, but because of the fact that these things are so cheap, the fact that they are continuously building instead of like building a little bit, stopping, building a little bit, stopping, building a little bit, is probably making a much bigger difference than I expected. But we got 2 ships coming in. Hoping they are not really that big. We're almost up to 100. Need one more round of each carrier. Come on, mothership. There we go.
Carrier complete.
Alright. Mine layer corvettes. And what do we have here? Heavy corvettes. Okay. Let's go take care of these guys. Kill them. No scouts will be scouts. There we go. That's 1 dead. 2 dead. Alright, well, that's all going on. You, carrier? Move over here.
Production underway.
Start building me some scouts. Let's give it 40 for now. Oh, whoops. I told my carrier to attack. What I meant to do. Group 1, get down here.
Group 1 reinforced.
Intercept course punched in.
Oop.
Group 1 reassigned.
Locked in. Attack clearance received.
Go, go, go.
Resources exhausted. Construction paused.
Do all the damage you guys can do. We're focusing on the carriers. That's fine. They can be used as the tanks. Good. Good. You're fine, carrier. Good job, scouts. Keep hammering them.
The mothership is under fire.
Cool, cool, cool.
Locked on target. Attack complete. Assuming roll formation.
Alright, we're up to 130. We're looking pretty good.
Destination.
Ooh, we got some destroyers coming in. Alright, everyone.
Flight pattern to wall formation.
Destroy the missile destroyer first. How much damage can 160 scouts do against a missile destroyer?
Group 1 reporting enemy
Oh god. Well, we ticked it off. We're gonna lose some scouts. This is their biggest weakness.
enemy fire.
Come on, kill it! Ooh.
In our favor.
Oh god. This is gonna be difficult. This is why we need like 300. Hey, come on everyone. Use all of your bullets.
Combat stations.
There you go. Alright. Kill the destroyer.
Pattern locked in.
Oh boy. We lost probably close to 22 trying to kill that missile destroyer. That's because the scouts have so little health they just get ripped apart by those missiles. That's gonna be our big weakness though. If we have to fight 3 or 4 missile destroyers, that's gonna deplete our military. Destroyers aren't too bad, as long as, you know, they don't get a lock on while we're flying away, like fighters normally do.
One eye on the clock.
And dead. Good job, my wall of scouts. Good job.
Underway.
At least we get a decent amount of RUs from destroying those units, so we'll at least be able to replenish a good amount of our fighters. Ooh, our final carrier is
Carrier complete.
complete. Alright, so we have all 4 of our carriers built.
Awaiting orders.
Last time it took a long time to get all those going.
Cannot comply.
I keep forgetting you're not Homeworld 2. Okay, you move back here. Back behind the mothership. And
Construction commenced.
start building me some scouts. Ooh, we broke over 200 scouts.
Wall formation confirmed.
Cool, cool, cool. Let's get that close to 300, and then we will start building up a attack force. 300 should be enough to defend our mothership against anything the AI throws at us, hopefully. Unless they throw like 3 or 4 missile destroyers at once at us, that might be a problem. But yeah, we're doing really well. Just pumping out scouts as quickly as we can. We'll use our strength and numbers to try to overwhelm the enemy, hopefully. At least that's the plan. It looks like the AI is starting to send units to attack our harvesting operations,
Exhausted. Construction paused.
which means pretty soon they're going to start sending in their large armies. Makes sense, we're almost about 30 minutes in now. So that means pretty soon we're just going to be relying on bounties to do the job. Let's see.
Standing by.
All scouts report in. Kill them.
Target confirmed.
Collector under attack.
I think these are light corvettes. Ugh. Yeah, light corvettes are going to shred all of our fighters. Boo, 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 boo.
Controller under fire.
Resourcer under attack.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to win this fight. Light corvettes will definitely shred our scouts if we only have like 20 of them. think these are, yeah, these are like corvettes.
Under attack.
So, yep, our harvesters are going to die. Especially against a missile destroyer, a couple ion cannon breakers. Yeah, they're gonna die. But
Mothership.
we have 241 scouts.
Resources depleted. All jobs on hold.
Establishing wall formation.
We have a gigantic scout wall now.
Building from mothership.
I better make sure we keep all this up.
Under attack.
So yeah, our harvesters are gonna die. We are at the point of this experiment to where the AI are starting to get really active, and we don't really have the money or the stuff to fight them back. We have to use our defenses now and live off of bounties and continue building this up.
Building from carrier.
Nope.
Collector under attack.
Sorry, collector. There's nothing I can do about it. I like how the one that
Resourcer
my
destroyed.
resource controller is still patrolling is still alive. That's pretty cool. Looks like we do have a ship moving in. But look at all these fighters. It is amazing. Turn caps lock off so you guys don't see all the triangles. Oh, here we go. Missile destroyer.
Intercept course punched in.
Kill it. Everybody go aggressive. Wipe it out. All of it. One round, got it down to about half.
Received.
So when it flips around and comes back, should kill it? Maybe? Oh, definitely. That is amazing. Hey, Destroyer, I killed your partner. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about this giant wall of freaking fighters just torturing you? Okay, I think I feel pretty good with 241 scouts defending our mothership. There we go. So let's bring you guys up. So far it seems pretty easy to beat this with just scouts. So let's go ahead and bring these scouts back here. We'll keep them in evasive so they don't get into any battles. And we will build you up, and once we get around probably 200,
Non-combat ship lost.
we'll start moving out. But once we lose all of our harvesters, then all of these units here are going to start conveying onto our mothership.
Resourcer under attack.
I am pretty confident that we should be able to handle it. These interceptor or these guys and the missile destroyer are going to be one of our issues, but we should be able to handle it, no problem. Alrighty, we lost our harvesting party, so the enemy is going to start conveying onto our mothership. I'm actually going to move the carrier over here. Alrighty, when the Titan fleets have come into visual range, they've actually brought quite a bit of stuff. Let's see if we can take out some of their frigates.
Resource injection.
We should be able to wipe out their frigates quickly with this many scouts. Woo! Will you guys turn around? Hurry! We got their attention. Kill the destroyer. Actually, kill these guys first. This is going to do a lot of damage. Honestly, attack everything. Preferably kill the fighters. Ooh.
Intercept course punched in.
There you go. Kill the fighters. There you guys go. Whew. This is doing a lot of damage.
Clearance received. Combat stations.
Here we go. Keep killing the fighters.
Locked on target. Let's leave let's do it.
It's like they're swarming them. It's awesome.
Engaging.
We gotta kill the fighters first because they're gonna kill my fleet first.
Carrier taking damage. Target destroyed. Clearance received.
Boop, boop, boop.
Attention group 1. Wall locked in.
Okay.
Target
We have mostly been replenished already, which is pretty cool. But
intercept course punched in.
let's quickly turn around and kill the destroyer. Go! Go, my blob of fighters! Good job. Kill the frigate. Good job. Kill the next Diane frigate. Okay, they do a lot more damage than the defenders. Don't worry, carrier. We will soon have you back under protection. Okay, kill that one. And now kill the rest of the fighters and corvettes.
Enemy units closing on group 1.
Oh, these were multi-gun corvettes too. Wow. Kill this one.
Target destroyed. Entering hold.
Now kill these guys.
Received. Reporting.
Now the rest of you, I want you to get back here and be part of group 2.
Backup assigned to Group 2.
Coordinates confirmed. Wall formation confirmed. Group 1 copies.
Group 1,
Engaging. Group 2
get over there and help out.
underway. Assuming wall
Oh boy, I see missiles.
attack clearance received. Fire. Fire. Carrier under fire. We got him
The
napping.
mothership
Ooh.
is under attack.
Carrier under enemy fire. Alert alert. Ambush. Locked in.
Oh, good job, group 2.
Waiting assignment. Group 2 receiving. You're being followed. Group 1.
Being followed.
Group 1, we've got company. Target confirmed. Reporting for duty.
You guys stay back there.
Green line confirmed. Take command. Carrier taking damage. Locked on target. Assuming wall formation.
Woo! Yeah, we gotta replenish this fleet. These missile destroyers, man. They will wipe out our scouts. But that's what they're good against, so it makes sense.
Target acquired.
Alright. You guys are gonna need to help out.
Intercept course punch acknowledged. Group 1 carrier receiving.
Group 1, I'm gonna reinforce you.
Group 2.
Group 1 reassigned.
Flight pattern wall formation.
Resource injection received.
Engaging.
Let's go, let's go. It seems a little bit too crazy to not have a combat song going on.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Oh.
Hold pattern locked in.
There we go. Invasion of the Titan. Oh, wait, that's Trinic Raiders. Here we go.
Group 1 awaiting assignment attack.
Oh, you guys are not all in a group.
Wall locked in. Locked on target. Ready for orders.
Oh,
Awaiting command. Carrier under fire.
group 2, take care of this.
Target. I almost feel bad about this. Repeat under fire.
Ooh, boy.
Awaiting contact.
It is pretty cool to watch all the chaos. Alright guys, get over here, kill that destroyer because it's about to kill our carrier. This is kind of crazy. Kill that destroyer fast, please. Oh god, there's another one. We're gonna lose a carrier. I can't rebuild those. Okay. Oh boy.
Carrier lost.
Oh man, we did lose a carrier. So far, because of the fact that defenders just sit there and they don't have to run back and forth, they do seem to be working a little bit better. And these guys, for some reason, will not go into a wall formation. They're just swarming the enemy.
Is under fire.
Alright, come on guys. Just attack one at a time.
Carrier lost.
Dang! Well, let's go ahead and rebuild them.
Production underway.
It's gonna be expensive, but we need that well, this is an experiment.
Order cancelled.
And so far, it looks like scouts are definitely difficult. Because the problem is, even though they have more firepower than defenders, they can't exactly do it. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, that's fine, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Nope. That's also a problem. I think I had him in evasive this entire time. Oops. Everyone wall. You guys group one.
One reinforced.
Aggressive. Wall. Get over here. All you guys. Group 2, aggressive, wall. And let's start moving out. We need to make progress now, because if we don't make progress, we're going to have problems replenishing things. We have the money, but since we lost 2 of our carriers, we can't produce as fast as we normally do. So losing ships is going to be really, really bad. But we should have enough to destroy the enemy, at least one of the enemies. If we can destroy one of the enemy motherships, I'll feel a lot better. But since we lost 2 of our carriers, that has cut our production down by 40%. So we're going to be building a lot slower. So it's definitely a little bit more hectic than it was in the Defender one. Because Defenders could definitely do the job before. But Scouts, they're a little chaotic. Because I think my problem was I wasn't focusing on what I wanted the ships to do. So instead, also it was kind of like a weird area, and since fighters like to go attack, fly backwards, turn around, attack, fly backwards, they kept having issues. I don't know. I mean, scouts don't do a whole lot of damage. That's one of their main weaknesses, because they're just scouts. They're for recon, not necessarily combat. But still, having fun, learning a lot. But we did survive the first wave, and the first wave is always the deadliest because that's when they send everything at us. So the scouts were able to survive that, despite the fact we lost 2 of our carriers. So I can't really complain too much. But hopefully we can do enough damage because we have tons of resources. It's just they're ticking down very slowly because we only have 3 units being built at a time. Which, speaking of, yeah, I need to replenish it. I thought it was getting kind of low. Because they do build very quickly. Because they're constantly building. Because they cost nothing to make. Uh-oh. They didn't like us snooping around. Run! Do a full burn. Attack it. Don't worry about anything else. That right there is your primary objective. We kill their mothership, they won't be able to do anything else.
Group 2 under attack.
189 scouts, would that be enough to kill the Titan mothership with everything else that the enemy has trying to convey on top of us? We'll have to find out. Oh boy, the missile destroyer's here. Ooh. We've done a decent amount of damage. As long as they can keep turning around and doing the damage, should be good. Come on, start flaming. That missile destroyer is gonna shoot through our units. Oh boy, cool. He's on fire. So probably a couple more rounds. Oh boy. Okay, so the missile destroyer has gone through its entire arsenal, so it's not firing near as much. Come on. Come on, blow up.
Let's make this quick and painless.
151. Ooh, it's almost dead.
Ready contact.
It's so close. Ooh, I think they're starting to ignore me. Come on. Come on. There it goes.
Locked in.
Cool. We defeated one of the AIs.
Engaging.
Awesome. So that makes me feel a little bit better. We got a crap ton of RUs for defeating that AI. Alright.
Ready for orders.
210, 220, 236.
Resource injection received.
Establishing wall formation.
Nope, that's not what we want to hit. We want aggressive, not evasive.
Destination locked in. Attack complete. Entering holding pattern.
Okay, let's continue blowing these things up. They'll blow up on their own, but if we blow them up ourselves, we'll get a bounty for it.
Target confirmed.
They're just spinning around because they don't have anything controlling them. Yay! Nah, we didn't get credit for it. They blew up before us. Okay, let's go ahead and bring these guys back.
New heading set.
See, we have 150. How many do we have protecting here? 236. Yeah. We'll have all those together.
Group 1 reassigned.
There we go. By the time the scouts get back here, which they'll get here quickly because they move fast, we'll be able to replenish them a little bit more and then try to see if we can beat the other AI. So far it looks like we can win this using only scouts. It was a little sketchy there for a while when they got through our defenses and started killing our ships, but like I said, that's usually the most difficult wave in this kind of test series we're doing, is once they kill our harvesters, then all of the ships that were conveying on my harvesters redirect their attention to the mothership. And once you get through that wave, usually you can get through this. But so far, I'm kind of happy. The one I'm really looking forward to is Cloaked Fighter. Because Cloaked Fighters, we're probably going to have to use a lot of sneaky shenanigans to beat that one, because they have a very slow production speed for a fighter class ship. Their speed is in between a Corvette class and a frigate class. They build very slow. So it's going to be essential to keep all of our carriers alive for that playthrough to work, and to keep the cloak fighters alive for as long as possible until we get a large number, because getting to that number is going to take time, because they're not expensive. They're 85, which I mean is expensive for a fighter, but compared to the other ships it's not that expensive. Alrighty, our main fleet has arrived. Let's get everything together. Put everything back into a wall formation. Let's go ahead and get it up to 200. There we go.
Flight pattern to wall formation.
And now let's start moving out
Course set.
to fight the last AI. This series has been kind of fun. This is definitely different than what we would normally record, but I like it. I'm looking forward to recording these on a weekly basis for you guys. And I apologize for the episode being really late today. I had a morning shift, and after I got home, I kind of relaxed and watched a couple hours of YouTube, and I'm just like, I need to get my video done. So yeah, it's gonna be extremely late. If possible, you'll most likely get a 2 episode or 2 videos for the day this gets uploaded, because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get it done before I go to sleep. I probably will be able to. We'll see how much energy I have. If not, expect 2 episodes whenever this goes live. Okay,
On our way.
let's move our group out so we can destroy the next mothership and claim victory for the scouts.
Received.
Alrighty.
Establishing
Group 1 reinforced.
We have 325 scouts defending our mothership. There is a small group moving in. I don't know if they're going to get there in time before we start attacking their mothership. But we are moving our massive scout wall into position. That is a big wall. Holy crap. But there is the enemy Titan mothership.
locked on target.
Let's start killing it. Oh, run into the mothership, you goobers. Will they be able to stop 200 scouts before we kill the mothership?
In our favor.
They got 3 ion cannon frigates
2 reporting enemy.
and a multi-gun corvette. That's definitely not going to be enough. They'll probably delay them, but I don't think it'll be enough.
Reporting.
Over here,
Intercept course pointed.
we have a little bit of what the enemy has left for their frigates and whatnot. Let's go ahead and attack them with our massive wall of scouts. See how quickly we can kill this missile destroyer with 325 scouts. 1 round, put it on fire. Wow. That is a lot of firepower. And it's dead.
Target acquired.
That is so amazing.
Target destroyed. Holding power engaged.
Yeah, if they're directly behind it, they do so much friggin' damage. Holy crap.
Clearance received.
How are we doing over here?
Target destroyed.
It is dead. We lost majority of our scouts because they got too close to the explosion. But we did it. Max Sensor Ownage has won. If you want to beat a skirmish match between 2 mediums, both on the same team, you can do it by spamming scouts. So, well, I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoyed this little experimental series we have going on right now. Like I said before, we're going to be going through all of the ships on Homeworld, each and every one, and see if we can spam build them to defeat 2 enemies on the same team on medium difficulty. So next week's episode, we'll be doing Interceptor, which will be a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit more expensive than the fighters. It has a lot more armor, a lot more firepower. It is slower and builds slower than the scouts. So I have a feeling it's probably going to be better than the scouts, just because of the fact it has more firepower. But the more expensive the fact it's more expensive might play a little bit of role into it. But anyways, guys, if you like this, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. I also have a Twitch channel that I stream to every once in a while, once every blue moon. It's in the video description if you want to check it out. And I also have a Discord you guys can check out too. And yep, that's about it. So anyways, guys, until next time, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.